building the audience. Excuse me. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Hey, Melissa. Hey, Sabrina. How are you guys? If you're popping on, let me know you're here because it's not telling me everybody. Hey, Brandy. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys, I don't know, is anybody football fans? Let me know if you're a football fan. I did not watch football today. So, I'll give it a minute. How long have I been on? I've been on for 1 minute and 10 seconds, so we will see. You can't hear me too well? How about now? Maybe I have to up the volume. Up the volume. Let me know. Can you hear me now? How do I sound? So quiet in my house, so I know if I just whisper, you should hear me. Let me know. Hey, Danielle. Well, one of the reasons, I hope everybody can hear me, one of the couple of reasons why I wanted to come on. You can obviously see, up the volume, up the volume. You can obviously see that I'm not wearing makeup. I have suffered from, hey Danielle, I have suffered from rosacea and adult acne for the majority of my over 20s life. It's been about 10 to 12 years, and I absolutely, hey, how are you? Hey, Bianca, I absolutely have to say that I've never been able to do something like this. I would never in a million years. Absolutely never. Hey, I can absolutely tell you that now in my life, I'm 37 years old, is the first time that I've been able to go on video with no makeup on and be okay with it and feel good about it. And I'm not saying I'm completely clear. Obviously, I'm not. I have some red, but I have to tell you, I've taken pictures along the way, and from where I was to where I am today, it's night and day. Night and day. I've been to so many doctors, different dermatologists, different offices, New York, New Jersey, you name it. I've done it. I've been on it. Topical, medicated over-the-counter creams. Hey, Julie, I've taken oral antibiotics. I've actually been told, oh, I should be on a steroid. I've been told so many things. But the problem that I always had with it is that nobody could say, if you took this, you would be okay. So I kind of felt like a major guinea pig, and I didn't like it. And every time I went through a new doctor or a new regimen or what have you, or even a dermatologist recommending a skincare routine that I could pick up in the drugstore or in a health and beauty place, plus whatever they were giving me prescription-wise, I kind of like took a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and I was like, here we go again. Nobody's helping me. Nobody's understanding me. Nobody gets it. You know, and the last dermatologist I was at said, you know what, you're right. There is no set in stone thing that I can give you. We're going to have to trial and error and see what's good for you. And I was like, okay, I've been through that though. I've been through that for years and years. So I guess my whole thing was, these dermatologists really weren't doing anything that I couldn't do. that I couldn't figure out. And the prescriptions weren't working. And then some of them were making my face drier, to the point where I needed extra moisturizer. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. Like, now the regular moisturizer that I've always been using and that has worked, it's not working anymore. And now I need something else or something heavier, because what they just did to me had a side effect. Hi Nyrene, I even had, I even had a situation where I was on an oral antibiotic, and it gave me, I was in the 1% that gave me a huge side effect where it affected my joints in my legs. Hi. And I was like, wow, this is just for a skin problem. This is for rosacea and adult acne, and now I can't get up. I couldn't lift my kids. I couldn't, after a 10-minute drive, I had a problem getting out of the car. And I'm in my 30s, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, I shouldn't have to be going through this. So I stopped everything. Even my husband, who had to help me up off the floor one night, I was like rearranging the kids' drawers for seasonally, giving them the pants and the shirts and everything. Hey, Michelle, he had helped me up off the floor, and he looked at me and he goes, you're stopping the medication right now. Throw it out. I don't like you like this. I don't care, whatever. So I threw it out. And then I actually came into contact with LimeLight. I heard about their skincare. I've heard about so many companies. It's unbelievable how many I do know about, and how I do know what they carry. And I know about Clinique, and I know about Rodan and Fields, and I know about so many companies, and they have dermatologists proven behind them, and you know what? These companies are good companies. I'm not knocking the companies, but again, not for me. So what do? So, hey, Stephanie. So I went ahead and I tried the LimeLight skincare. It was all natural. I said, this is great. There's no chemicals. There's no nothing in this except for the actual all natural ingredient. It says sunflower and aloe. There is sunflower and aloe. It says lavender and lemongrass. It's lavender and lemongrass, and there's nothing else in it. So I said, you know what, this can't be horrible. I have to give it a try. I don't have any allergies to anything. Let me read everything. And it's 100% all natural skincare with some organic ingredients. So I went ahead and I tried it, and with anything at the beginning, your face can have a natural reaction to it, and that's just because you're switching skincare regimens. So no matter what you use, I don't care what you're using, and you switch to something else, your skin could technically purge. It depends on what kind of skin you have. Every single person has a different chemical makeup, so you never know what's going to happen to your skin, right? So, but you should always realize that could happen, which of course to me did happen, because I have the most sensitive skin ever. I'm sure a bunch of you do as well. And we all have our things, and we all have our situations. But so I went ahead and I used skincare regimen that was good for rosacea and adult acne people. And I was like, all right, let me keep it simple. Let's see how this works. I'll try the cleanser and the moisturizer. So pretty much I've been at it for the past few months. I've also used some additional things that I've over time coaxed into my skincare regimen, just because I got nervous with using too many things at one time. So I've gradually brought them in. And I have to say, although not perfect, nobody's is, and I also have some hormonal acne. They've told me adult acne, but there's also definitely hormonal acne in there. And I think it's more hormonal than adult acne, but that's me, and I've lived with it for so long that I have a pretty good feeling. But I'm dry because I have rosacea, but yet I have acne, so I treat it as combo. And I also use an additional moisturizer in the evening that's a heavier moisturizer. I use a certain mask as well. And it all comes from LimeLight, and it's all natural skincare. And I have to say that I've never been in a situation where I've been more confident. I have about so many lights shining on me right now. And the fact that, yes, I'm red in here, but the fact that I am not beet red, and I'm not exaggerating like a tomato, and I have no red up here at the moment. I mean, I'm lightly pink, but that's just me all the time. I'm shocked right now. I have lighting just so I could, you guys could see everything. And, I just wanted to come on here. I know people suffer from so many different things. Everyone has their thing. And I know as women and men that self-confidence is a huge, huge thing. We try and teach that to our kids, to be confident, no matter what we look like, no matter who we are, no matter what we have going on or what have you, no matter what we look like. And I try and teach and preach that to my children day in and day out, especially since my oldest one started kindergarten. And that is a huge thing for me. So he's boosted my confidence enough to show you guys that it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect, have perfect skin, have perfect lips, have perfect eyebrows, have perfect, we know that everybody, when we meet, when we talk, hey Brenda, everybody looks at our face. And there are days that I have to run out of the house and no, I don't do my makeup and yeah, I look like this. And you know what? Oh well. Oh, wow. But I have to say, in 12 years, 10 to 12 years, I have to count. So that's what I'm saying, 10 to 12 years, I've never had it this good, believe it or not. And there are some people who were worse off than me from previous 10 years ago, like when this first all started to blossom. And, I just want to let you guys know that the reason why I think a lot of you know that I am with LimeLight. I joined LimeLight. I believe not only, oh yeah, do I love the cosmetics and the makeup, and they are superb, absolutely superb. But know this, that number one, when you see my face in selfies and I post and I'm doing my makeup and I'm doing, coffee talk in the morning or anything like that with you guys, that's how great the makeup is. You won't see any of this. And it's light as anything, and it's the quality and everything. You don't even feel it, and it sits on top of your skin and doesn't sink into your pores, which is a huge thing for me considering my given skin situation. On top of that, the skincare is like no other, and I've tried so many things. I've tried it all, and I have to say this is the most that anything's ever been able to help me. So I am all for all natural. I am all for no chemicals. I am all for the combination that is working for my skin. So I guess I just wanted to come on here and say no. I don't have to be wearing makeup every single day. You don't have to also be in the makeup business to have to wear makeup every day. But it's also about, hey Samantha, it's also about helping women and men feel beautiful, handsome without the makeup too. Because we do skincare and we do cosmetics. And I honestly feel I wouldn't be here if I didn't stand behind all of it. 110%. And I am religious about my skincare routine now because I don't want to mess any of that up, because I love the point where I am at today. And for my husband to actually notice a difference too. I ask him, I turn around, I'm like, what do you think? What does it look like? And I'm not saying with rosacea and adult acne, with rosacea specifically, it's never gone. It's never completely gone, and you always have good days, bad days. Like if you get hot a little bit, I'll start to get red, and it just doesn't go back down. It just stays there for hours or whatever. But the summer, it's probably why I hate the summer, because it's hot, it's humid, it makes my face go crazy. But there are good days and there are bad days, and that's with anything. And I just have to say it's been suppressed the most with this. No, it's not 100% gone, but hopefully in time it will be. And I haven't even been doing it. I mean, you have to do a skincare regimen for a while to see results. It doesn't happen overnight. And I know a lot of people get impatient with that, but the skin is first absorbing everything. It's first learning and understanding what you're doing to it. So, hey, Amy, hey, Shannon. So, you just have to give your skin some time, and that goes with anything new that you're trying. And so, if I could help anyone, just know that I would absolutely love to do that. And I'm happy. Hey, Sharon. And I'm happy to come to you guys live with no makeup on and show you and explain to you my personal situation, because I know so many of us have these personal situations, about ourselves. And please feel free to comment and feel free to jump in and feel free to message me and feel free to chat with me, because I get it and I know how it is. And there are some days where I wanted to cry. There are some days where I did cry, because it's just, it's so hard. And all you want to do is feel good. Oh my God. Hi, Sharon. Well, welcome to your first Facebook Live chat. And I'm glad that it's me. And yes, it was for you. Yes, I'm trying. I say hi to everybody as they jump on. So hi, Sharon. That's you. This is so much. I know you're gonna love it. You're getting a kick out of it. I love it. Hey, Kim. And hello, Kim. We have two Kims. So yeah, I'm saying hi to both Kims. But but and for those of you joining, I know there's been a bunch of people jumping on, but it is a huge thing to feel confident, to feel pretty, to feel, hey, to feel good about yourself in general. Whatever that means for you means something different for everyone, not just one thing makes us all feel good, right? We're all different. We're all made differently. We all have different personalities. We all feel pretty differently. We all look different. We all have different body chemical makeups. And everybody is different. Every situation is different. Every skin situation is different. There are all different diseases and illnesses, and the list goes on. And but I do just want you to know that I've dealt with it for so long. And when I first found out that I had it, I just had a flare-up, as they call it. It was a flare-up, and it happened all over my face, every little inch and spot and everything. And I had somewhere to go. I was actually with my parents, and I had like a baby naming to go to, and my parents were like, "You have to go. It's your friend." I'm like, "I'm not going. I'm not showing up. Look at me. I'm just, So it took a lot to get over that, and that was, I'll never forget that one day. And I went, of course I was there for my friend, because that meant more to me than my personal situation. But I get it. We're all in different boats, but yet the same boat, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Because I know with women in particular, and men, we all want to feel confident. We all want to feel good about ourselves. That's what it is. We all just want to feel good about ourselves. And I think being positive within yourself, feeling positive every day, telling yourself something every day, reading a beautiful quote or something that just makes you feel good really helps. It really, really does. And there's always a way to get help and try something new and do something different to see if something else will help from what you're currently experiencing. So in this particular situation, be right back. Kids are back up, but loving hearing you be real and opening up. We all need to do that more. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. That's why I did it. There was something that I was listening to and watching today, and I felt like it spoke to me, and I felt like I wanted to say, no, I'm not all about makeup. I love it. I think there's so many of us that do. I think for different reasons. Some days I just put on foundation to walk out the door, just so I look a little even here, and my skin tone looks all just one shade, like my neck. And you've seen it. You've seen my pictures. You've seen things. But I think that we all need to realize like to treat your skin well is the first step in anything, because if you're treating your skin well, the makeup's going to look that much better. You're going to feel that much more confident. And I'm all about makeup, but I'm all about skincare because of my personal skin issues. And I've seen and spoken with so many women that are in the same boat as me, or they might have different skin issues, but they feel the same way. You know, the feelings are very similar. So I just want to comment on and basically speak to everyone and anyone who feels like they're alone, because I did for a really long time. I felt like, oh God, people must think what I look like, what, you know, and I just wanted people to realize that a lot of people go through this, so many, that you should feel good about that, knowing that there are so many people that do that. But I joined LimeLight not just for one reason. There were just so many. And the fact that I feel more confident, I'll even post a picture in the comments so you all can see what I went through in just the course of, I think it was a couple weeks. I'm not sure if it was a month, but a couple weeks. And I have to say, considering that we just moved, we had both my son's birthdays. We had a family vacation. We came back, we moved. We've been going through all of that. And there's been stress up the kazoo. We moved our whole house. We're unpacking our new home. So many things going on. My oldest son going to kindergarten. I mean, you name it, we piled it on. You know, our own friends were like, wow, you guys, like, you know, I think we were stressing our friends out. But I have to say, in all that, and this is still okay and calm, because believe me when I tell you, it has gone crazy. I'm more than just impressed. So I'm okay with that. And thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. Hey, how are you? If you're jumping on, we're keeping it real. We're talking skincare, we're talking skin issues, and we're talking about confidence, because I always have fun on all my lives. I think being fun is the best thing ever. I think it's good for the soul. I think it's great. And I think feeling good about yourself is great, is amazing. It's like the best medicine ever. So I just wanted you all to see for a longer period of time than me just saying hi and then putting on foundation, that this is me. And this is the best my skin has been. And it takes time. And it's not overnight. And I'm more than pleased, ecstatic about the results that I've been seeing. I've seen my morphism, if you will. So thank you for the hearts, guys. But, you know, I get that we're all out there. We're all feeling different ways. We're all, you know, our confidence is possibly good one day, or in a certain setting, our confidence shines brighter than in other settings. That's totally true. You know, given the situations that we're all in on a day-to-day basis. But I just want you to know that I get it. There are definitely times where I wanted to run and hide. Definitely times where I felt like it wasn't just about makeup covering up my bad skin, and I wanted to fix it. I wanted to fix that. So I have to say, I have the best combination. I have, hey Christy, I have the best of both worlds. I have the amazing all natural skincare, and I do have amazing pro quality makeup. And I just drive that home, because if I didn't stand behind all of that, then no, I wouldn't be with the company that I'm with. Makes sense. And I hope that's true for everybody else. I hope, you know, and I'm also, keeping it real more. I'm a stay at home mom of two boys. I used to work a full time job before I had children. I used to be bringing in the money just as equal to my husband, and then I had children, and I really did want to stay home. We were able to, very fortunately, be able to do that, but a part of me was missing something. So, yeah, I wanted to do this for myself too. But I needed it to be the right thing. I needed it to be something that I stood behind. I needed it to be something that I believed in, something that, down the road, I could see everything and what the company stood for. And I can do that with with LimeLight by Alcone, because they just didn't pop out of thin air. Alcone is known. And I say Alcone, they are the parent company. They are the ones that went into the beauty business. They are the ones with the cosmetics. They are the ones that are known. They are the family that started it all. And from there, they created LimeLight by Alcone because they wanted to be able to take those amazing items that could be used on everyday women and get it into their hands. Hey, Vanjie. And they finally found an avenue to do that. And they tested the markets before they went ahead and did that for a whole year before anybody knew what, they were coming out and they were going to be public about it and everything. So that speaks wonders, because they will not do a thing without knowing what they're getting themselves into 150%, 300% of, they even say it. They say it all the time. I've spoken with the CEO of the company, and she's wonderful. Oh my God, they're a wonderful family. They are just, everyone's on the same level. Everybody's on the same playing field, and they are so grateful for everything that everyone has done for them. They really are. They are the most humble people I have ever met. And you don't feel nervous talking to them. You don't feel weird. You don't feel, but they also have this man named Todd Johnson, and he is, I'm going to say, a miracle worker. And if I tag him on here, or if somebody shares, they could tag Todd Johnson. He is the man that actually created One Drop Wonder, that helped me the most with my skin. It is the bomb, okay? I literally mix it in with my moisturizer and I apply it, and you can apply it straight too. It's just what I do. Hey Kim, hey Kimberly, and that it's a tube that's probably like this big. Little goes a long way. Lasts probably a couple months, 1.5 to 2 months on average, and you use the tiniest little drop of it, and I am telling you, it's one ingredient. It's called Promifera oil, and it is a cold pressed oil that comes out of a seed from a hedge ball. And if you're not familiar with what a hedge ball is, it looks like, anybody familiar with hedge ball, by the way? Just gonna ask that question. It looks like a Granny Smith apple. Okay, that neon green, and it's circular, looks like a Granny Smith apple, maybe even a little greener, and it has all bumps everywhere around it, everywhere. I'll get a picture. But so the color is attractive, but it doesn't look that attractive with the bumps. And you cut that open, and there are these little seeds inside. Oh, okay. So you have hedge balls where you live. Some people, depending on where they live, they do have the hedge balls. Yes. Yes, and here where I live, there are pest trees. Yes, and these seeds are extracted from this hedge ball. And the oil, the Promifera oil, comes from these little seeds, and it is cold pressed, and it is all compacted down, and it is a very complicated process. But it is one ingredient. It is cold pressed and compacted down into this one little Promifera oil, and it is called One Drop Wonder, and it is amazing. Skin irritations, rednesses, scars, burns, what have you. It is a miracle oil. So you can use it on your face, you could use it anywhere on your body. It works like magic. So it helps so much. I even saw, like, literally in Florida when we went to our LimeLight Palooza, which was our convention. There was a woman who had knee surgery. She's one of our beauty guides, and she had knee surgery, and she literally rolled up one knee. She was doing a test. She rolled up one knee. She had scarring on both knees. She had knee surgery, and she did the one drop wonder on one, and just what her doctor told her to do on the other. And there was, oh my God, her scarring in not that much of a time. Like, it was unbelievable. And, like, you were looking at her in person. Now I know for myself, because I use it on my face, and it's taken my redness way down. And the fact that I got to meet Todd Johnson and tell him, and he even knew who I was when I met him. Like, I was approaching him and I was waiting to speak with him. He was chatting with somebody else, and I was waiting my turn patiently but anxiously. And he actually like looked around and he goes, "Yeah, I know you." And, obviously we never physically met before, but he's like, "Yeah, I know you." He's like, "You are like a huge, huge change," and I feel so good about that. I feel so good about that. So I'm working on it. I am so working on it. I've never been so happy with an outcome of a product line like this one. And because it was the first time that something's actually moved my skin in the right direction, I mean, how could you go wrong? So I just wanted to come on. I wanted to have a real moment with you guys, have a more serious moment with you guys, and tell you that I get it. I totally get it. I don't come on and do my makeup and look like that all the time. I have my moments. I have my skin issues. But I have to say, my confidence is more than it ever has been in a really long time. And no, I didn't always have the rosacea. Of course, I'm sure I was carrying the gene and it was lying dormant. And when I got into my mid to late 20s, somewhere in the 25 to 27 range, probably like 27, that's when it came out. It's when it decided to just say hello. Lucky me. But, sorry about that, low battery. But lucky me. But you know what? We deal with it. Gotta take one day at a time. You can't just say, "Oh my God, this is awful. I'm gonna crawl up in a ball and I'm just gonna be upset." Hey, Michelle. So, what do? I take one day at a time. I am more than happy with my skin results, and nothing's perfect, but I'm getting there. And like I said, this is more than anything has ever moved my skin forward before. The skincare is amazing. I know a lot of people, friends, clients who have went ahead and tried it, even if it's just the cleanser and the moisturizer to start, or who have tried more. And I haven't had one person say that they were upset. Nope. They're actually pretty impressed, because it also isn't crazy expensive, and it shouldn't be. You shouldn't have to pay, a crazy amount of money to treat your skin well. I mean, you shouldn't have to pay $100 to $200 crazy amount, and you shouldn't have to be pigeonholed into a skin regimen that you have to buy like a unit of items every month. Otherwise, it's going to cost you like twice or three times the price. So that you don't, that's the other thing that I love about it. You can buy one item if you want one item. You can buy five if you want five, but you don't have to use A, B, and C in order for you to see results. You don't have to do that, because everyone's going to be different. It's not going to work the same for everybody. It just doesn't happen. We're all different. I could be sitting in a room with 10 people and we all have different types of skin, each and every one of us. So no, my skincare regime might not be the same skincare regime for you. It might be, but it might not be. So we just have to, um, if you do talk to me, I do always ask the questions first, obviously. I always put you into the right skincare routine, or regimen, I should say. But I just, sorry about that. Um, but I'm just so over the moon happy about where I am today. And I know where I was, and I know I wasn't as happy, and I know my confidence wasn't there, and I probably seemed a little closed off. That's what winds up happening, when you're not confident. Hey, Stephanie, when you're not confident about yourself or what you look like, and you're not okay with it, yeah, you wind up going into a little bit of a hole. You wind up blocking people off. You wind up not being happy and not being positive and all those wonderful things that you're missing out on. So I hope this touches at least a couple of you. I hope that this was beneficial to you. I totally get what everybody goes through. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. I know, you know, the little things like having these types of skin issues can really, be upsetting. And I get that. And we try so hard to tell each other, uplifting things. But you gotta believe it. If you don't believe it, nobody else is gonna believe it. And if it doesn't show that you're happy or that you're confident or that you feel pretty and beautiful because you should, then it won't come through. It won't shine through. So, I hope that you guys had an awesome weekend. You have a great rest of your Sunday night. I hope if you just want to talk, let me know. Because, again, I get it. I do. But I have to say, again, for the 500th time, that, that I really have never been more pleased and more impressed with a skincare line than I have now. And again, for those of you who joined in later, I've tried them all. Believe me when I tell you. I've tried from the less expensive things to the really cheap things, to drugstore, to department store, to the Ultas and the Sephoras, to the most expensive things where I actually bought, I got a facial and I actually bought all those items that was used in a spa. I'm telling you, and everything in between. And it got to a point where I was like, just gonna give up. And it wasn't even children that brought it out, because I got it when I was about 27. That's when I saw it, actually. I shouldn't say it's when I got it. It's when I physically saw it. And I have to say, so it wasn't children that sprung it on. So you can't say, oh, this is all hormonal. You can't. It just happens. It comes on whenever it feels like it. Wish I could say that about other things. That would be fabulous. But hey, it is what it is. It can be controlled to a certain extent. Everybody has, different, what would you say? Everybody has different scales to what they have. There are certain extremes for everyone. Scale of 1 to 10. Some people could be down in the ones. Some people could be up in the 10s. Who knows? But there's always something that you can try and do about it. So I hope that this leaves you feeling good and uplifted and empowered, because it should. And that's why I'm doing what I do. This is why I'm with LimeLight. This is who they are. Really true blue, something that I absolutely 150% believe in with my whole heart. And thank you. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I just, so if I could even just touch one person, it's fabulous. I touch more, I've scored. I just want people to feel good about themselves. I want you to know that there is another way out there, and that there's different things that you can try if you haven't tried them already. And if you need me, and you want to talk privately, always feel free to message me. I don't mind. You're never, ever bugging me, no matter who you are. I drive that home with my team, and I yell at them and tell them that they're never bugging me, and I know that they believe it. So I just kid around with them sometimes. But honestly, seriously, no matter who you are, I'm here. You want to chat, I'm here. You want some advice, I'm here. I can tell you even more in depth what I went through, specifically what I've tried, specifically what has happened to me. So, but again, I have to say, I'm looking at myself in this video, and yeah, there's some pink, there's some spots. Nothing that can't be controlled. Nothing that can't, with continued routine, can't be more subdued. And like I said, from where I originally was, not that bad. But like I said, I'm over the moon impressed with everything that I've been through and all the stresses over the past few years. This ain't bad at all. So, again, I hope you guys have a great night. If you have any questions for me, let me know. For those of you enjoying football, I hope you enjoyed football. And shout out to that. I don't watch football, but I am from New York. But I'm not going to be I'm not getting into the politics of this because I can't speak intelligently on it. But I can tell you that I do have a special team that I do love, and I'm from New York originally, so I'm just saying. So I hope you guys have a good night. And again, if you have any questions or you're just wondering, let me know. Because I've never been touched like this, like I have before. And it's great. And to have the support that I have speaks volumes for me. So have a great night. Have a great start to your week. I know tomorrow is Monday, but don't worry about it. Cowboys finally won a game. Woohoo! Go Cowboys! I'm a cheerleader for everybody. I'm not going to clap too loud because I don't want my boys to wake up. But I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear for the Dallas Cowboys. So yay! And so enjoy the rest. If you're still with company, enjoy. If you're putting your kids to bed for school tomorrow, like I did, enjoy. And hopefully relax for the rest of the night. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Mwah.